Hello everyone, Seraphin here, welcome back for more Pokémon Soul Silver. When I last left you guys, we just made it into Route 32, and now we're talking to some girl who's on the phone, and we're going to battle her while she's on the phone. Presumably she's FaceTiming so she can have somebody watch her lose, because that's the best part. Alright, Liz. What you got? A Nidoran, huh? Well, I do like the Nidoran line, by the way. They're incredibly cool. Nidoking and Nidoqueen are both incredibly awesome, in my opinion. We're going to go ahead and leer this sucker a couple times and maybe try to wrap it to death. Probably not going to be terribly effective, but this thing isn't going to be able to do much to me either. Unless it keeps scratching, of course. Scratching's never any fun. I thought this thing knew like some poison moves or something. I'm thinking Nidoran Male. Nidoran Male knows Poison Sting at this point, which would have been utterly useless for the most part. Especially against a Poison Snick. Alright, so they're dropping my defense too while I'm dropping its defense. Let's see who wins the defense dropping fight here. Now again, Nidoran is a poison type, so I cannot poison it. Okay, this might be bad if he keeps doing that. I don't want to get nuclear warheaded again by a freaking scratch or something, so I think what we're just going to do is swap out. I know this is getting tedious, and again, it's because Ekans does not have a lot of punching power behind it just yet. Not with the likes of a 20 base move, like 20 base damage move like Wrap or Poison Sting. Maybe once it learns Bite or something like that. I hope it learns Bite. It'd be ideal if it learned Bite. I would love to have a Dark type move in my team fairly early on. Dark does not sound terribly useful, and really it isn't. It's only good against two things, but it is nice to have in a pinch because there's very little that resists Dark also. Yeah, I know. Go back to talking on the phone, it's fine. Let's be friends. Yeah, that's cool. No thanks. And Wade is calling me. What does he want? Yeah, thanks for that useless phone call, Wade. Appreciate it. Why did I make him in my phone again? Oh yeah, because he gives you berries and stuff. Although, to be honest, I'm going to be moving far away from Violet and might not get a chance to come back for some time. So having his phone number right now might... I just forgot about this. So that, by the way, overhead is like, what in the world is blocking your vision? That is the magnet train track. There is a magnet train that goes out of Goldenrod City and goes really, really far that way. And in the original, you didn't get to see the track. It just didn't exist. In this one, they decided to, like, make it a point of order and add it as a landscape feature, the track running through the area, which is really neat, I think. It shows that they put some effort into world building, quote unquote. But I'm actually a really big fan of them doing that. It looks really neat. That glance, it's intriguing. Oh, really? Okay, well, I mean, whatever you got to say there, pal. Alright, Roland. There we go, that's a male one. Might have an easier time with this guy, only because his Poison Sting is not going to do much to me. And I don't know that this one knows Tail Whip. I think it might know Leer instead. Oh, Focus Energy. Woohoo. For those who were curious, Focus Energy is an interesting move. It increases your critical hit rate, at least in theory. I know in the first generation it didn't actually work. In the first generation Pokemon games, if you used Focus Energy, it effectively prevented you from ever critting. It like reduced your crit rate, which was even more hilarious. Alright, that's 3 Leers apiece. This is going to get nasty. He's actually faster than me, too, I just noticed. But he's also a level higher. That could be why. Let's go ahead and wrap and see how that goes. Oh, he knows Peck? After 3 Leers, that's all it does? I guess I did drop his attack, too, which kind of negates one of his Leers. But still, that's bad. Let's go for one more Leer on him. 4 Leers. You'd think that'd be enough to do some reasonably decent damage. But as we all know, Wrap is just an abysmal move here. Yeah, with your pecking order, I get it. That's funny. I want to try to take this guy down myself, because that'll be a guaranteed level up for me in the process. So we'll drop one of my last potions, I guess. I thought I would want to save it for Union Cave. Honestly, though, we're going to be plowing through Union Cave pretty easily. It's full of nothing but rock and ground Pokemon, and we've got a grass type, so probably won't be needing the potions all that much. And Chikorita can heal itself. So I like because he's got the big foot imprint. It's funny that it's like a human-looking foot when there's no Pokemon that have feet that look like that. At least not to my awareness. I guess maybe the Machamp line maybe does. How really? Come on with this. Would you quit? Oh. Okay then, that's cool. Bye, I guess. That's an awesome waste of my time. God bless it. I hate random critical hits. It's like all that time you've been efforting into training somebody. Well, they get taken out by a lucky hit. Isn't that just wonderful? Well, Spearow gets the experience that would have been for Ekans. Yeah, something tells me Ekans is not going to be able to keep up with the rest of my team here. Especially at the rate that it's currently going. So there's a Pokemon Center right down here. Why don't we drop into that real quick? Just got to avoid this kid. Dang it! Oh well. I tried. Not very hard, mind you, but I did try. Gordon. Oh good, a level 10 Wooper. Why don't we stick its favorite weakness on it, or its only weakness, I should say. Yep, Wooper only weak to grass, but it is quadruple weak to grass, so there's that. Yes, delicious, refreshing water. Please fill me up with it. Enjoy this Razor Leaf. Probably won't enjoy it very much at all. I still can't believe Chikorita learns Razor Leaf that early. Rip in peace. That should be a level up for Chikorita here too, yep. Now I'm the same level as Faulkner's Pidgeotto. I thought I would win. Really? You did? Like, for real? Anyway, moving on. So there's this guy here. I think he sells Slowpoke tails. Yeah, he does. It's only $1,000,000. Yeah, sure, I'll take one. Yeah, okay, whatever. So over here in this corner is, well, nothing. On Friday, there is somebody standing here. Her name is Frida. Frida of Friday. However, she is not here today, because it's not Friday. Technically, right now, it is Saturday. There is somebody with a fishing outfit on. I think I know what that means. It's what it usually means in most contexts. Oh, good. Full health. I appreciate that. And now Ekans is better, so he comes out of the Pokeball. This guy, I believe, will give us an old rod. Yeah, sure, why not? Old rod. Fantastic. So, in the old days of original Gen 1 and 2, the old rod was only capable of catching Magikarp. For the most part, that is still true now. There is, like, I think a 10% chance that you'll catch something other than Magikarp, depending on what route you're on with an old rod. I think on this route, we've got, like, a 10% chance to catch, like, I want to say it's either Goldeen or Krabby or something. But either way, we don't need Hoppip in our party, because I'm not using that thing. And Ekans very quickly looking like I'm not going to be using that either. Especially if it continues with the abysmal pacing that it's currently at. I'm really hoping it learns something like Bite very quickly. That will help shore it up a little bit. A nice consistent attacking move. And thankfully, because this is Gen 4, we have the amazing split between physical and special moves. Rather than being... I like this music, sorry. Rather than having every single fire-type move be special, and every single fighting-type move be physical, they did a split between physical and special, in that certain moves of certain types can be either or. Which was the best thing, in my opinion, to happen to this game. It was a major deal. So, this is a level 10 Goleen. Why don't we make an attempt to poison this sucker now that we can actually use Poison Sting on something? So, again, it's only a 10% chance, but I will take a 10% chance over nothing. Yes, keep using useless moves like Water Sport that weakens the power of fire when I don't have a fire type on my team. Or anything that knows any fire type moves. That is going to have to change at some point because I don't know if I've mentioned this. Fire is my favorite type in this game. By far. I love me some fire types. And there are some really, really good fire types in this game too, by the way. Sadly, my favorite Pokemon, which is Growlithe and Arcanine, I'm not going to be able to use, as I mentioned, because, well, I use them all the time. Because they're my favorites. Would you imagine that? This thing's got 3 tail whips on me up again, so it's going to start hurting any second now. I think I'm just going to poison the snot out of this Goldeen and then switch out. I don't want to get wrecked by a random peck. Although I will tell you, I don't know what offensive move it knows. It probably just knows peck. So we're going to bring out Wooper. Or not Wooper, but Spearow. I'm fairly confident it only knows peck as an offensive move. It knows Supersonic, it knows Water Sport, it knows Tail Whip. Yep, there's peck. Probably would have reamed my poor Ekans a new one. Instead, we'll just Fury Attack this thing until it's dead. Nice, 4 hits. Very reliable Fury Attack there. That'll be a level up for Ekans, finally. He learned Bite! Oh, thank the Lord. Okay, that's good. Sorry, that was really loud. I apologize if I just blew your ears out. I just glanced over at my volume levels, and that was bad. Alright. So now we've got a decent attacking move on my Ekans. You know what? I actually do want this guy's phone number. This is Walton, right? Because he will tell us when Quillfish show up on this route. Quillfish can be found in the water right here, but again, it's an abysmally low chance. So, Mr. Walton there will tell us when Quillfish shows up. Oh, Ralph, not Walton. Walton's up on way north of here, never mind. Nonetheless, he will tell us when Quillfish show up, so that's going to be nice. Quillfish, not a spectacular Pokemon, but it is fairly rare, so I wouldn't mind adding it to my collection. I just noticed these guys are fishing underneath the bridge. That's awesome. Like, if I were a fisherman in real life, that's totally what I would do, is just sit and fish underneath the bridge. Oh, good, Magikarp. Gonna be loads of experience from beating this, I'm absolutely certain. Alright, thankfully I have a decent attacking move now with Bite. Wow. And it flinched. Alright, perfect. I'll just Poison Sting it then, I guess. The thing with Magikarp, they're pathetically weak, obviously, and they don't learn any attacking moves other than Tackle, but believe it or not, Magikarp has a fairly respectable defense stat, and is also decently fast in certain circumstances. Its attack is abysmal, but other than that, this guy has 4 Magikarp, doesn't he? That's a level 15 Magikarp. Why don't we leer that a couple times so I can get a better bite off on it? That might actually hurt a decent bit. Oh, maybe not, never mind. I forgot Magikarp, and it's abysmally low attack value there. Decent defense, though, as I mentioned, so this Bite still might not do a whole heck of a lot, even after leer. Yeah, I thought so. Why don't we leer it a couple more times? It's going to be a war of attrition at this point. Thankfully, I had the power of Potion behind me. I'll just keep biting him. Never mind, he's going to take a turn to Splash instead. Much to his own detriment. That'll do. Yep, keep splashing, pal. Do all the splashing you gotta do. Alright, I think we can get away with a Poison Sting to finish it off now. Alright, now that Ekans has Bite, there's hope for it yet. And believe it or not, I looked up the moveset. This thing actually does learn some really powerful moves via the move relearner that we won't have access to until darn near the end of the game, but I mean, it can learn every Elemental Fang. That's pretty cool. So Fire, Ice, and Lightning Fang, that's pretty awesome. I don't know how effective it's going to be behind an attack value that's not spectacular, but, I mean, better than nothing. So yeah, Magikarp learns Tackle at level 15, which is why that other one was able to actually hurt us. But these level 5 ones, all they know is Splash, and I poisoned it. So they are literally harmless, and just wasting my time because they don't die very quickly. Chikorita would have walked through these guys with no questions asked. Or if I had something like a Mareep, that would have been also as effective. Speaking of Mareep, there is some in that grass above me. I should probably try to capture one of those before I leave. Gotta fill up that Pokedex. That being said, it's not going to be the entire purpose of this playthrough. I'm probably just going to stop once I beat the Elite Four, if I'm being totally honest with you guys. Maybe I'll do part of the post-game stuff. Haven't decided yet. Obviously, it's still very early to be thinking about that, so we got plenty of time. So sit back and relax and enjoy, and we'll get where we get in whenever we decide to get there. Alright, didn't even get really a full level out of all those Magikarp, because they're Magikarp, and they don't give you any experience hardly at all. Let's see if this guy has got some decent stuff. Probably has more Goldeen, if I'm being totally honest. Henry, how you doing, Henry? A Poliwag, you say? Now, Poliwags are a little bit annoying because they know Hypnosis. At least I think they do. Maybe they don't know yet, but let's just bite the snot out of it for the sake of being safe. I don't really want to go to sleep. That's a reasonable power behind that. I can 3-hit KO this thing, I think, with a bite. Water sport. Like, why? Like, why? Why does Geodude know Mud Sport, of all things? Like, it weakens the power of electricity. It's like, yeah, it's immune to electricity. The only reasonable thing I can think of is that being usable in double battles or something, but given that I don't double battle very often, and also given the fact that I'm positive there are better moves to be using in a double battle than something like Mud Sport. Like, really? Come on. There's got to be better alternatives. I'm going to go ahead and leer this once and see if I can maybe 2-hit KO it after that level up. That would be nice, because I really don't want to die to it. He's blowing bubbles in my face. Quit doing that, it's annoying. And my defense just went, or my speed went down. I was already going after him anyway. Oh, jeez. Alright, well, to make sure I don't lose, get the last potion out here. Probably should have bought a couple extra potions. I didn't think I'd be needing them quite this much, if I'm being totally honest, but that bubble would have been just enough to finish me off, and I don't want to deal with that. So let's take down silly little... Not running. Would you quit doing that? Apparently. You can't just press up directly underneath the attack button. That makes no sense. But what the heck do I know? Bite. So Ekans evolves, I think, at level 22. So reasonably early level up. That was a decent chunk of XP. 2 Poliwags gave me almost an entire level. 4 Magikarps gave me nothing. Unbelievable. Anyway. So yeah, there is definitely going to be Mareep in this grass, if I'm not mistaken. So far, I'm just finding more Bellsprouts. I guess there are worse things to encounter in the grass than Bellsprouts. Now, it's sad because I love Mareep, and it's a great Pokemon, but I can't use it because I use it all the time. Probably one of the better Electric-type Pokemon you get in this game. It's not saying a lot. I guess the next best thing would be Magneton. Now, I love me some Magnemite and some Magneton, by the way. Massive fan of those. But because I use them all the time, not happening this playthrough, sadly. I'll have to find something that's capable of using Electric-type moves. As for what that's going to be, I don't have the foggiest idea. Oh, we get TM9 Bullet Seed. Well, that sounds fun. Don't really need it, but I don't think anything's capable of using Bullet Seed to a terribly great effect anyway. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and try to track down a Mareep before we leave for Union Cave, which is directly south of us. Just past the Pokemon Center, so we're practically right on top of it. I'm running out of power points for Bite here. Gonna need to recharge those at the Pokeminium Center. And I'm just gonna bite this guy one more time and take it down. Yeah, your quick attack is hilarious, dude. Be bitten. As one does. And, oh, pfft, give me a break. Alright, I know for a fact there's Mareep in this grass. Come on, I don't know what the encounter rate for Mareep is, to be honest with you guys, but there's one. See, you complain enough, you get what you want. I love how it just kind of bounces back and forth for a second when you first find it. That's hilarious. Now, I'm fairly certain a bite won't kill it, so we'll just go for that and see if I can get it below half health. No, not quite. Oh, and it's got static, so it paralyzed me. Oh, but he flinched. Okay, that's fine. Let's go for the second bite. In fact, that's actually good. He weakens me a little bit more, so I don't have to worry about accidentally killing him. Unless I crit. Nope, we're good. So that should be perfect for capturing range. Let's go ahead and throw a Pokeball. Watch this thing be like perfect natured. Watch it be like modest nature too. Or timid or something like that. Actually, timid's pretty bad because Mareep Ampharos not very fast. Modest is a great nature for that though. See what we got. I'm curious now. The wool Pokemon, because it's a sheep. I think I named my I named my Mareep Duveteau in my last playthrough of this, which is French for fluffy. Which, yes, this is the best thing ever. Alright, let's go ahead and heal up real quick. I'll check on that Mareep some other time. I mean, I'm about to put him in the box, honestly, because I'm not going to bring him into Union Cave. There's no point in bringing him into Union Cave. Actually, yeah, we'll deposit him real quick, and then we'll get on to Union Cave. Move Pokemon. Mareep is a docile nature, so it's neutral. That's fine. It doesn't even know Thunder Shock yet. There's no Tackle and Growl. That's cool. Alright. Drop off to Mareep. And let's get onward, shall we? So, Union Cave is right there, and we're going to get in Union Cave next time. Thought I had you going for there for a second, didn't I? No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so I will see you guys in the next episode. We will dive into Union Cave and probably spend at least one episode, maybe even two there, depending on how long it takes us to get through it. But it's our first real cave adventure. That'll be cool. So anyway, I will see you guys next time. Until then, this has been Seraphin. Stay classy, internets.